That's what they're doing, sacrificing humans.
They're not sacrificing humans.
They are.
Sacrificing humans!
No, it's not medical procedure to murder someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say that all day long.
Wednesday is the official sacrifice day.
You
Everybody
understand
knows
that if I
that.
could
Everyone knows that.
and killed someone, if we were back in the 80s,
If you really
he would
thought
be
someone was
stoned.
killing someone in there, why wouldn't you stop?
But if I had a pregnant wife and Michael pushed her down and the baby died, he would have to give me financial restitution. We don't stone him because it's not murder.
Trey, it's after 10 o'clock. It's time to watch your porn movies.
I didn't say
You're late.
life for life, and that's
It's after 10 o'clock, Trey.
What's that, sir?
Doesn't it say
Trey,
life for life?
it's after 10 o'clock. It's time to watch your pornos.
Say life for life.
Trey, you're missing your pornos. It's after 10 o'clock.
He has to pay the same
Come
restitution.
on, Trey, it's after 10 o'clock. You're missing your pornos. Come on, Trey, time to leave. Bye, Trey. Bye, Trey. Trey, time to leave. You're missing your pornos, Trey. Oh, maybe did you record it this time? Did you finally get that old VCR to work? Okay, I guess you can stick around a bit longer so we can make a little more fun of you for being a liar. That's so much fun.
Whoever believes in the Son of God who is Jesus Christ, who died on the cross and rose again and is coming to judge the world righteously.
Let's have a public debate.
If you believe in God, friends, if you believe in God, turn away from your sins, face the lens is giving God, you'll be saved in a second for eternity.
Oh, really?
But if you don't turn to Christ, you'll perish forever. Perishing forever, friends.
Oh,
forever. Turn to Christ. Turn to Christ.
Forever. I'm going to get that.
Jesus is King. Jesus is King forever, friends. You can't change it. God sent with the flood and He sits as King forever. You
And it's not really fun of yours either. You're just like misquoting it constantly. Kind of you go for it. We got
My answer to God is going to be Jesus and the blood of Christ. That's going to be my answer to God.
The who?
What's your answer going to be?
The who?
You're an
What?
idiot.
The Messiah.
You're a fucking idiot.
The one who fulfilled
You're a
Isaiah
fucking
53.
idiot.
That's real interesting.
You're a fucking
So
idiot.
friends, if you turn to Him, He will save you, no matter where you've been or what you've done. And He says if you come to Him, He'll never turn you away. And those who the Father draws will come to Him. So if you don't want to come to Him, then you're not being drawn.
Hey, what is
And I
that
can't
orange
save you,
hat
friends.
on
If I could wave a magic wand over you to save you, I'd do it right now.
Hey, we
I
have
can't,
a
but I'm telling you the truth, friends.
Stop menstruating.
The gospel is the power of God to salvation for everybody who believes.
Cliffy, we have
But I
a
can't-
bet
I can't
going on in our
save
group.
you, friend.
What does the orange hat on your business mean? Does that mean you're getting your knees dirty in the back? Is it like a
So
grinder
friends,
thing?
I'm offering you
So that
what
they
I'm
know
going
how
to
to
tell you
come
now
in
is the
and
law
find
of
you.
God, because that's what we need.
Oh yeah, I
There's
forgot
no
about
fear
that.
in God.
We were all debating that
Have no other gods
hard.
That
besides
was so
God.
weird.
That was so
If God
weird.
is not your highest treasure, then you are committing
What
idolatry.
is the orange hat on your
If you
business?
tell a woman that she can
I think
put
it's
a
like
woman to
a
death or
free
keep her, you're
blowjob
actually
thing,
idolizing
right?
the woman's will and treating her as if she's God.
Does that thing mean
It's gotta be
you
something.
orange condoms or something?
I was doing Facebook Live, so I couldn't check
So
to see if
friends,
you were on Grindr at
the
the
Lord
time.
says,
But
love Him with all of your being.
I don't
no,
know.
I'll check it right now and see if your profile comes up. Hold on.
Sin.
has 201.
God says love your neighbor as yourself. Do you love your neighbor as yourself? Does anybody?
I don't know what name he goes
Does
under.
anybody?
It's got to do something
Then
with that
repent.
dirty
Turn to
word.
God.
Turn to God. Turn to God.
Dark Lord God and
He's not
Hail
God.
Satan.
No, Satan's a defeated foe.
Hail Satan.
He's a defeated foe that depends on God for his existence.
He rules this earth, doesn't he?
He rules the world system, but God's over him. And when it's time, God's going to crush him. Throw him in the lake of fire.
I was talking to
So-
Hare Krishna yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
And
just
they
pray
used
for
the
that. They asked me,
exact
Trey,
same
you know,
flawed
hit me again.
structure of argument that you
Come on,
did.
Trey, you've only solved me 4 times. Gonna make it a
They
fifth.
did.
Come on, Trey.
It was
I'm standing right
weirdly
here.
identical.
Come on, Trey. She done it on accident.
What?
Just you like run into me like you
What?
the last 4 times and pretend it was an accident.
No, that's why I'm saying it's the same structure of argument.
Okay.
They also thought that their book was authoritative and old.
Okay.
They also thought that since it had changed them,
Well, I
that
don't
made
see
it
him on
true.
Grindr.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, they can do that. They can
Tell
do
me
that.
again about your masturbation to addiction.
No, it's true because it's true, and so I believed, and he changed me.
Right, that's
So I'm
the
not
same
saying
story
that-
I got from Hare Krishna.
But I'm not saying that because I believe it makes it true.
No, not that because you believe
Yeah,
it
it
makes
does.
it true.
That's exactly
Is
what
that
you're
what you?
saying.
Because that's what.
No, its ability to change you demonstrates its power, and that's what Hare Krishna was claiming about the Bhagavad Gita yesterday.
Okay.
And it was like a weirdly identical structure,
Okay.
and they're both equally flawed.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So the content's different. That's the difference.
Right, but if the structure is flawed, the content doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm wondering how out of a
like, do you understand that about
votes you got
logic? Like when
96.
people use
That's
when people talk
insane.
about logical arguments, they'll often just use letters because the content doesn't matter. If it's structurally flawed,
Oh, did he really?
then it's
Last I saw it
always
was
flawed.
96. Nah, must have been the final count coming in. It was still like 10% from what I saw.
It was the grinder account shutting down, and then they all had to go somewhere.
How are you gonna let Mike Thompson beat you? You know he beats his wife? Like, dude, you could have like done anything for that campaign. You let Mike Thompson beat
Here's
you.
the thing is, I only campaigned for maybe 3 weeks. I used no advertising. I used no radio spots.
Failed horribly, right?
No, actually it was quite a success compared to what I did. Think about it. I handed out. Think
I
about
don't think
it.
you're right.
This is the
No,
I don't think-
no.
you realize,
I know.
like,
I lost the race totally because I
I
didn't.
fucking
I've
organized
seen
as a
from
liberal.
students before where they think if I don't try, then I don't really fail.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it's not.
It's kind of a hipster mentality, right?
I did not
Yeah,
get
yeah.
elected, so I failed because I failed
He's
to
like
start
the
early.
political
So I
hipster.
failed. But I'm saying that if you think about the fact that I, by myself, because I had failed to ask people for help, I had help one night out of all those times, and the rest of it was by myself. I handed out
So why
maybe.
did you phone it in?
What's that?
Why did you phone it in?
Yeah. Why didn't you put your
Phone-
effort into it?
Say what?
Why did you phone it in?
That's
Why
my
did you put
weakness.
as much effort into your campaign
One
as
plus
you did
plus
to sit on this
plus
fucking sidewalk?
plus.
Well, it's the
I
same
will
thing,
say,
right? If
wait,
he
wait,
had
so
any kind of
5%
dedication, he would be
is
trying to go
probably
into that
close
building
to
and stop
circling
it.
whatever
But
like bubble.
it's all about
What?
stroking his own ego.
10%?
He had enough faith.
Okay.
His God was
So,
so
but check it out. I can because I want to put it in
Like
perspective before people
a
ridicule.
mustard
Because
seed.
I agree.
Faith in a
I
mustard
failed
seed,
because I
all
didn't
this
start
would
early.
change.
I wasn't even thinking about it until like maybe.
You should take
maybe
off your shirt.
May.
We should be shirtless buddies.
Maybe May, and then I filed in June.
Topless
the
buddies.
deadline,
There you go.
And then didn't even get out to the streets till like July because I had to do all like
I've still
prepare
got 2
stuff and
tattoos
figure out what I
hidden.
think
I mean, I can go
and all that,
further.
tell people all that stuff.
Well, one of them will get us in trouble if I take that
So
part
for
out.
maybe a month or less than a month, I went out by myself and door knocked and handed out maybe 300 flyers, and 200 people voted for me. So if you think about it, if I would have started in January and had a team, then you could have an accurate decider of like how it was going.
I was
So
going to say
lost,
that
of course.
the narrow range that you got, a decent chunk of that in a primary is probably people circling just whatever bubble. Because when I get to the really local stuff, I'll admit I do that too. Where I'm just like, I haven't heard about either of these people, I guess I'll try this one.
Well, but people know who Mike Thompson is.
What?
A lot of people know who Mike Thompson is. I mean, I'm just saying, he has name
Excuses are like
recognition.
assholes.
No, look, he has signs everywhere. So, yeah, name recognition. Like,
Because he actually put effort into his campaign.
well, I did too, but it was
No, you didn't.
201.
No, you didn't, you pathetic punk. You
201.
didn't fucking put shit into
201.
it. It was all about stroking your own ego.
I'm just really glad
201.
that you are far from the lovers of power.
Well, hey, I'm just saying that, like, most people don't want to be openly, like, hey, you can't really go up on stage and go, I'm going to openly oppress you, and then everyone be okay with that. That's not how that works.
It's like, how did that fail? I don't know.
Everyone needs to turn to the Jesus that I feel I've
I had no
interpreted,
opportunity
and
to do
I'm
that,
going to
so
cut
it's
up on
fine.
this stage and say abortion needs to be entirely illegal, and
Yeah.
men need to be men, and women need to be women,
That's
and
what
we
I-
need a traditional family.
I would say that.
Don't regulate
I tell you all the time.
I need to regulate these vaginas.
Jesus.
So your whole congregation, your cousins and your mom and your dad showed up for your to vote for you, and I think that's real cute.
None of them can vote.
Super cute. Super
You
cute.
know they can.
They didn't come out to vote for you. Your congregation didn't even show up for you. Damn, dude, your own family? That's fucked up. 201.
Don't you know how voting works? If you're not in the district, you can't vote. You know that.
Oh, well,
Is
damn.
there a congregation in the district?
Damn. No congregation in your district. That sucks,
They
man.
live all over the place.
That seems like
Just
you would have gotten
every
even more
suburban
votes, but you know.
That's suburbanite churches for you. They live everywhere.
He would have got votes if he'd actually fucking tried, but it's all about stroking his own ego
Of
because
course
that's
it
what
is.
he really cares about. That's why he's here. If he really cared about babies dying, he'd be going in that building to stop them, but he doesn't actually care. He's just stroking his own
Yeah,
ego.
he wants to look like he's in the right. I mean, Jesus himself would come down here and do something about it, but Jesus didn't even show up for fucking vote no or whatever.
Don't misuse his name.
Fuck Jesus.
Just fuck Jesus.
Jesus sucked so much cock in the desert.
I said the
And chopped his
Once
fucking
again.
I
legs.
told you last
Hey, here's a good
I
one.
told you I
Fuck
was
Yahweh,
the last
too.
time I saw you. Saturday before last,
Fuck
I told
Jesus,
you I
fuck
was
Yahweh,
God and that
fuck your Holy
hotel was
Spirit,
room, and
fuck
you
your
did.
Bible.
So that's more proof
fuck
for
your
me
church.
being God than proof for Jesus being
Just
God.
like
and
I
then
fucked your mom.
Give me a fucking rusty trombone.
Yeah, 201. Jesus.
You're a musician, but I want to clarify that a rusty trombone is not an instrument.
Rusty trombone? My trombone is rusty.
He does. He plays trombone real well.
He couldn't play the ballad. He couldn't play the ballad. Funny. All 201, damn dude. That shit's
The man, if you're hearing a predator on that,
Hey, Marty, man, if you're gonna go your treasure right here, go fuck yourself. You can just go fuck yourself. You're fucking My name's Cliff Bogey. My name's Cliff Bogey, and I can't do a fucking thing right.
God hates the hands that shed innocent blood. God hates the hearts that devise wicked plans.
God hates everyone, but yet He loves us.
God hates
God hates us all. God hates us all. God hates us all.
God is just.
God hates us
He is a
all.
merciful God and slow to anger. And His wrath proceeds from His loving kindness because He loves righteousness and hates wickedness. And every person is born not righteous.
God hates wickedness.
He forbears. He forbears, and people have chance
What a piece of
and
shit
time
you
to
are.
repent and believe
Has
the
anyone ever
gospel and
told
be
you?
saved until the final judgment comes.
You're a fucking
And it's coming, because true justice, final cosmic true justice is coming.
incredibly embarrassing. It was
It
like
is coming
200% less
for
than
every
I'm not a
person,
mathematician, but it's
and
a
your
lot.
only
It's a
hope
big
is to turn to
percentage
Christ, and He
less.
will be your shield and your
It's like you
righteousness and your
can't
advocate.
come out and be like,
If you don't
I'm
have
going to
Christ,
openly
you won't
impress
make
you
it.
and expect to
You
get
won't.
fucking
You're
office.
met like a wax
I don't know
figurine
what to
before a
say.
blast
It's really
furnace of
fucking funny.
fire.
Since the danger.
And that's it. They're just like, we're like a bunch of gnats. When you resist God, it's like being a gnat beating your head against a granite wall.
The danger they think
There's
you
no
think they're
effect
in
to
is
the
fucking
granite
fake.
wall.
That's
No
why they don't
effect.
care.
That's right.
That's
My
right.
friends, you're going to hurt yourself.
They're not good. You're not going to hurt yourself, sweetie. You're going to probably take a pill for HRT because that might be what you're in there for.
Those $84